Behind me is our Discovery 3 that we paid £500 for, and we've had it now for nearly a year. And one thing's gone wrong with it we need to get sorted today. So this has really now become our pool vehicle, if you like. Everybody uses it for tip runs, for trips, camping trips, whatever. It's had a lot more use than we expected. We've had a few reports that there's a noise coming from this offside front wheel. I'm suspecting it's probably going to be a wheel bearing, so we're going to strip it down today, have a look, get a new one put on, and see if it makes any difference. We've got the vehicle jacked. It's in neutral, so we can spin the wheel and just see if Steve gets any kind of indication it's the same. There, can you feel that? The first thing I want to have a look at is to see if they're loose, but should we do it by hand? Okay. Right, zip ties?
Zip ties.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you really got to clean those threads, haven't you, before you start taking them off?
Definitely.
Right, this should come off. Oh, something just freed up. So I just saw the drive shaft come and peel back, so...
Just tap it so you know it's moving in. Like that.
Yeah, it is.
Moving.
Yeah.
So we know it's only stuck to that.
Okay. Stephen, let me do it. Yeah, Stephen did that, and that wasn't easy, was it?
No.
What's the bearing feel like? I mean, compare it to...
A bit noisy.
We've got our new one here. Here we go. We've got to clean that face, have we?
Got to clean all this right out now.
Yeah.
All that. Give it
Okay.
a load of copper grease and stuff. Because we've got to make sure that that seats back right
Yeah.
when we're there.
Okay.
When that goes in. Because that can go flush, but that can be out and you would never know.
Right, so we've copper greased it. Just to point out, this is not symmetrical, you can see there, so it does go on in a particular way. So these two wider flanges go at the bottom and the two close ones at the top. And don't freak out when you put your bolts in, because they will stick out more at the bottom than they do at the top. That's just the way the back housing is. Let me just hold that for you. Don't try and insert this because it goes tight and you can't move it. Leave it out slightly so you can get all four bolts to catch on those threads first. Yep, feel good?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now we should be able to push that in and then we can do the bolts up.
I'll push it in.
Yeah, I would. Try and get it level. Okay, yeah, that should do. We should be able to lock that in now.
So we do a kit with two different locking nuts, because if you've had your drive shaft changed in the past, there's a possibility the aftermarket ones will be that style with like a loose collar. So as is
Match them up and then you're good to go, yeah?
Right.
So did you get two in the box?
in our kit, you'll get
right,
two
nice.
options.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you use one or the other, but it's going to save your job.
Save you doing it and then being stuck without finishing it, yeah. Right, what's the torque on that?
350.
Right, so you've tapped in your collar. Is that enough, yeah?
Yeah, just to stop it from undoing, isn't it?
Okay. Well, we put everything back together again now. It's all gone back on a tree and we just taken it for a test drive. It seems like that was indeed the issue. So it was a wheel bearing. It's probably the fact that it was dry, and obviously when it gets hot, it's starting to make some noise. So it was a good job that we swapped that out. Like I say, the part that we fitted, it's a much simpler way of doing that job because it's a whole unit and it's inexpensive. It's just a little bit tricky to get that unit off the actual hub. You really have to work at it. I think one thing we didn't show in the video that we used, we had some little chisels that we just got behind that flange just to open up the gap a little bit, and then it came free. But it's just the same old thing. You're working with old bolts, so make sure that when you get those bolts exposed, get loads of WD-40 on them, loads of penetrating oil on them, and maybe even some heat, a good wire brush, and get them cleaned up. Because once they start to pull through, you've got all that scabby thread at the end of the bolt that's got to make its way all the way through the housing on the threads, and that's where it gets tough. So hopefully for you guys who've got Disco 3s and Disco 4s, that's going to be a useful video for you. Don't be afraid of doing it, because it is definitely doable, and it's going to save you quite a lot of money. So from me, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I'll catch you on the next one.